Her name was Matilda. She was one of those pretty and charming girls born, as though fate had blundered over her, into a family of artisans, but she suffered from poorness. She let herself be married off to a little clerk in the Ministry of Education. Her tastes were simple because she had never been able to afford any other. One evening, her husband came home with an exultant air, holding a large envelope in his hand. Swiftly, she tore the paper and drew out a printed card on which were these words:
"The Minister of Education requests the pleasure of your company."
The Minister of Education requests the pleasure of our company? Oh my goodness, I'm so excited! I'm so miserable at not having any jewels, not a single stone to wear at the ball.
I have an idea. Why don't you go see Madame Forrester? She has plenty of jewels that she might be willing to lend you.
Madame Forrester was a rich friend of Matilda's, an old school friend whom she refused to visit because she was envious of her. But her pride and sorrow allowed herself to go and see her old friend and to ask to borrow some jewels for the party. She discovered in a black satin case a superb diamond necklace. Her heart began to beat covetously.
Choose, my dear. What will you like best?
Could you lend me this? Just this alone?
Yes, of course.
The day of the party arrived. Matilda was a success. She was the prettiest woman present, elegant, graceful, smiling, and quite above herself with happiness. All the men stared at her, inquired her name, and asked to be introduced to her. All the undersecretaries of state were eager to waltz with her. The minister noticed her. She danced madly, ecstatically, drunk with pleasure, with no thought for anything. In the triumph of her beauty, in the pride of her success, and in a moment of pure joy, she turned to horror.
I've no longer got Madame Forrester's necklace. Oh my goodness!
Matilda and her husband searched for a week, but without success. In a shop in Paris, they found a string of diamonds which seemed to them exactly like the ones they were looking for. The necklace was worth 40,000 francs. In order to pay off the debt, her husband worked in the evenings at putting straight a merchant's accounts, and often at night, he did copying. Matilda came to know the heavy work of the house, the hateful duties of the kitchen. And this life lasted 10 years until the debt was paid off in full. One Sunday, as Matilda was walking along the Champs-Élysées, she happened to cross paths with Madame Forrester. Madame Forrester hardly recognized Matilda, for she had aged so much. Now that she had paid off her debt, Matilda felt compelled to reveal the truth of the necklace to Madame Forrester.
You remember the diamond necklace you lent me for the ball? Well, I lost it.
After all had been revealed, Madame Forrester, deeply moved, took Matilda's two hands. Madame Forrester quietly told her that her necklace was a fake. It was worth, at the very most, 500 francs.